of carcasses adorned the wooden drying platforms scattered around the quay. They'd bagged seals, walruses, even polar bears. It was like a village of the dead, and it appeared that it wasn't just wild animals in the firing line. I had no idea what this dog's sin had been, and to be honest, I was afraid to ask. It felt like Sirapaluk was clinging to the very edge of the world by its fingernails, and in a shack on the far side of town lived a man who seemed to have let go completely. Hansi had suggested I meet Ikuo, who had moved here from Tokyo 30 years ago and lived the life of an Inuit hunter ever since.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you Ikuo?
Yes, yes, I am.
How do you do? My name is Nick.
Yes,
I'm
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very
Yes.
much. How long have you lived here?
About 30 years I have been living here. One of the reasons I like living here is hunting.
If you've been here 30 years, you must be a very experienced hunter by now.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
As we chatted, I could barely hear Ikuo above the noise of the birds that swarmed across the mountain above us.
The birds seem to be very active now. What is the name of these birds?
Oak.
Oak.
They call in English. Now it's too late catching birds.
You actually catch the auks,
Yes,
do you?
catch. Yes, for our food.
Ah.
Yes, and
So when is the best time to catch them?
it's early in the morning.
Ah.
Surprisingly, many birds are flying. Yes.
30 years of this solitary existence seemed to have warped Ikuo's sense of humour, but he was at least laughing, and the following morning I joined him on an auk hunt. As we headed up the mountain, I was intrigued to see that all he took with him was a large butterfly net. Ikuo told me that there are thought to be anything from 20 to 100 million auks living on the northern coast of Greenland. This was just one colony.
It's very steep here.
Yes, we must be careful.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Yes,
You have to do this every morning just to get your breakfast.
yes.
After a steep climb that almost killed me, we reached Ikuo's favourite spot, and he insisted that I have a go at catching the birds first.
The birds, now they are coming
Coming
this
from this
way.
way,
Yes,
yeah.
so you need to hit this way.
What?
Yes,
Like this?
Yes, yes. So then you put it down because they must.
They can see.
Yes,
Right.
yes. You're coming. This one.
That would have been
one,
good.
Yes.
So do you reckon
Yes.
Nope.
It's it's too early.
Too early.
Yeah,
that one.
yes,
Oh, okay.
you must hold it.
They're too good for me.
Now it's coming from back.
Oh. That was quite
Near
close.
miss.
Near
Near
miss, yeah.
After a while, I began to think that Ikuo was just having me on.
This one is quite good.
too late.
Yeah, yes.
No, I think we may be waiting for some time.
Yes.
I'll try again a bit later.
But then he showed me how it was done.
Hey, you got one. Good catch.
So,
How do you kill it? Do you break its neck?
Yes, I usually push the heart.
Push the
up.
heart. Jeez.
Yes.
Very efficient way of killing.
Ikuo didn't match his personal best of 900 auks in 4 hours, but he certainly took back enough breakfast to last him for a while. Back at his hut, I was given a lesson in the art of fried auk.
So you cut one wing off and then
Yes.
you pull the whole breast out.
Yes. And
Wow.
just to take off.
Yeah. And
So,
then the whole
yes,
breast, and that's
yes.
where all the meat is, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the rest, it's for our dogs.
Right.
Yes.
Don't waste anything.
Yes.
Ooh, smells good.
After raw seal liver, fried auk with dried onions for breakfast looked positively cordon bleu.
So, please try one.
Thank you very much. Very fine.
Yes. Thank you very
Beautiful.
much.
Well, sorry guys, but you do taste rather good.
Despite the delights of fried auk, the horrors of Sirapaluk still weighed heavily on my mind. I was beginning to wonder if I had what it took to join a narwhal hunt. Back in Karnak, the narwhal hunt was on. Clad in standard issue polar bear skin trousers, I was introduced by Hansi to the Inuit hunters who would be my family for the next 6 days.
Mazzula, hi. Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Very pleased to meet you. How many other guys, Hansi?
That's Frank.
Hi, Frank. Nick. Oh, pleased to meet you. Hi.
And here, that's another one. The other hunter. And Mikkeli.
Mikeli.
Yeah.
Hi, Mikeli.
And Angie.
Angie.
Yeah.
Hi, Angie.
I hope we can see knowledge.
Yeah, so do I. I've been building up to this for a long time, so I'm very hopeful. Hansi, thank you very much for all your help.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and
Have a good trip.
thank you very much. Okay, Mazzula, I'll get on, yeah?
I was surprised to learn that Hansi wasn't joining us, but he explained that he and kayaks had never really gelled. And so, sad to be losing his monolithic presence, we parted company. It was a 2-hour journey to the edge of the sea ice, and the lifelessness of the landscape underlined how utterly dependent the Inuit are on what they can extract from the sea. My misgivings about all the carnage I'd encountered were beginning to be tempered by a realization that hunting is not just a way of life here. It's simply the only way to survive. Yet I still wasn't sure how I'd react to the death of a whale. It was the first night of the narwhal hunt, and by the time we'd set up camp by the edge of the sea ice, Greenland's unpredictable weather had changed for the worse.
This is my first whiteout, and I'm excited. I think it might be because I can see the sea there, and that's a sort of focus point. If I turn that way, nothing. It's just a complete white blankness. The hunters are operating as a team. There's one guy out there at the moment keeping watch for the possible narwhal. I think this is the way it operates. 4 of them asleep, one's on watch. 24 hours a day, there's always someone watching. Like the hunters, everything that they have is multi-purpose. The sledge, okay, it's been used to transport everything here. Once it's here, it becomes a base for a sleeping bag within the tent. They've been pulling slats out of the middle to use as windbreaks, and there's one on the floor so that when you get off in the usual place every day, it doesn't turn into ice. I mean, everything has at least 3 different purposes as far as I can see.
On the long hours of watch duty, I began to get seriously cold feet. How could one man kill a whale 6 or 7 times his size from a vessel that would disintegrate at one whack at its tail? The following day, the unpredictable weather took yet another turn. It's really bright outside now, so I've had to come in out of the sun. The guys just sit there, and it doesn't seem to bother them, and wait. Waiting actually requires concentration to watch and look. So it's quite tiring. It shouldn't be, but it is. And that's all we can do, is wait until the narwhal comes. It was day 3. The dogs hadn't eaten since we'd left Karnak, and Madzula asked me to join him on a seal hunt. Only this time it didn't take place in the water.
Hey. Hey. Oh.
Yes. What's that, Madzula?
I can push my gun in ice.
You push it towards the seal,
and
with a screen, no? So the seal won't see us.
Mm-hmm.
It just thinks we're part of the snow. One thing that has surprised me is the way I'm reacting to slaughtered carcasses. When I first saw a seal being shot, I found it upsetting. Now, they don't register emotionally. I've never been around so much regular death. There are carcasses lying about in various bits, and I don't really see them anymore. You do get used to death because it's important and it's the way these guys live. Out here, nothing goes to waste. After feeding the dogs, the remainder of the seal was used in a stew. So what do you think? Narwhal tomorrow?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah. It strikes me we have a problem with all this pack ice. It needs to go out, doesn't it?
We can always hear narwhal not far away from us.
Yeah, I know, you keep saying that. But if there are no ponds here, no gaps in the ice, we're not going to see them, are we? And have you ever given up and gone home?
After a week, we are not seeing narwhal and we just
Go back.
No more tea.
Oh, you run out of basic supplies, yeah. Can't live on seal only. I just got to sleep and someone shouted narwhal, and now we're out here. Actually been very fast, and although I'm still half asleep, I think I've got everything, but we're all at posts. There aren't actually many big ponds left, but we've come quite away from the camp now, and it's back to the waiting game. We're asleep, but it happens to be the coldest it's been since I've been here, so it's good timing by the narwhals. So we've got Frank here. I think that's Madzula over there. There's another guy in the far distance over there. 2 more there, each stationed by large openings in the pack ice. But the number of places where the narwhals could actually turn up, could actually surface, are very few, which is in our favour. The time had finally come for me to get into my car.